Welcome to All Things Possible TV. This is Bill Barney, and I'm glad you joined with us today. I want to ask you a question. Are you suffering from grief? Have you lost a loved one? Is there someone that has passed away that was dear to you, and you're still carrying that pain and that grief and that hurt in your heart, that missing, that something's missing from your life? What I can tell you is you can heal from this. There's no prescribed time, but you can heal. And what you're about to see in this episode is a lady that came up at a live event, and I was working on people with physical pain, and she asked her question, says, can you work on emotional pain? I says, why not? Come on up. And she was at a level 10 on a scale of 1 to 10 with the pain of her father, who died of a tragic accident about 18 months previous. And with just a short time, and you'll see this in lifetime on the video, her grief de-escalated and went way down to well below a 2. There are ways out there that you can heal from grief, so I invite you to join in. Come. Any questions so far?
So I have a question. You keep asking about physical pain, but what about
Emotional.
Yeah.
Emotional pain. Okay, great. Yes.
So you asked for a volunteer, and I would be willing to come up if we could do an emotional heart thing, but I don't really want to talk about it.
Can we do that? Yeah, absolutely.
Is that okay?
So again, what would you have a seat? So what would you like? Can you tell me enough about it to where they can get an idea of what's going on without going personal?
Oh, so I have it's a physical pain, but it's not physical, but it's emotional pressure in my heart.
In your heart?
Yeah, it's sad.
Right here?
Yeah, it's sad. Inside my heart.
Sad inside your heart. Okay, very good. So this is going to be fun. Well, how much do you feel as a pressure? Does it feel like an elephant stepping on your chest, or is there just a pain there?
It's just a constant pain. It's sad.
But does it manifest as physical pain or just emotional pain?
Well, it feels physical. But it's not like a heart attack or anything.
Okay.
But it's emotional. I know it's
you
emotional.
You know what it is. Perfect. I love it. Maybe I'll do these all the time. We'll see how this goes.
Can you test how far the energy is out from our body? That would help quantify.
Again, that's just me. I can say, oh, it's out here, and then I can say it's in here. People go, that guy's in Charlotte. But I can sense the energies on these
I can feel it. I mean, that's why I ask.
I will test before. I am not going to do an after test just because it's. I can put my hand anywhere, but I will tell you where I sense how strong that force is. I'm not going to do it afterwards. You can tell me what it feels like, because that's more believable. Yeah. Does that surprise you that it's out that far? Not at all. Do you have an idea what this is from?
Okay, and I can talk about that. That's my dad. He passed away just over a year and a half ago.
Okay. Okay, very good. And so what we're going to do is, for this, do we start with emotion code, and then I'm going to keep asking if I need to switch out of that. So go right to energies and emotions, or emotional energy, and then click on trapped emotion. So it's just a general trapped emotions. Right now, how would you rate when you think about your father's death? And you think about losing him right now. How upsetting is this to you on a scale of 1 to 10?
That's a 10.
It's a 10 right now?
It's anger.
Anger. Okay, so she's feeling anger. We'll see what trapped emotions come up that causes to manifest as what she perceives as anger. And it may very well be. Actually, that's a perfect issue for what we're going to do later on, but we're going to spend a few minutes on this. And then, so trapped emotion, column A, row 6, emotion number 5. Overwhelmed. Okay. So, and your father died a year and a half ago. Is this overwhelmed feeling from the time of her father's death? So here I don't have to, like we did with Doug, I took you back to something at 12 years old, or 10 it was, okay? Where I'm working on a specific issue, we already more or less have the time frame. However, we might pick up something that's affecting that from way earlier in life. Most of them will be about this event. So it is, let me just get my little magnet, overwhelmed. Can we release that now? Yes. So we're going to go through these pretty fast because we're working on this kind of a specific issue. If you can slide forward, I can get all the way down your spine. What I'm doing, I'm running this down. If you've heard of the meridians, if you don't know what a meridian is, think of a Chinese acupuncturist. They will stick needles at certain points in your body. They're working on the 12 main meridians. At some point in one of those 12 meridians that go down either side of your body, it's energy channels, kind of like the chakras, only that's an energy wheel or center, the energy channels. I'm working with the extraordinary meridians, and this one's called the governing meridian. It sends energy throughout the body. We've released that. Now, another trapped emotions that we want to go next, column B, row 4, emotion number 4.
Panic.
Panic. Okay, so, do we need to know any more about this? No, it's about that. Could you have felt a sense of panic when Dad passed away? Okay. And I can use any magnet. I actually have cooler ones, but in my processes I had one in the truck from last week where we did our thing in Price and the other one somewhere else, and I said, Lisa, bring a magnet. And I don't want to have to use Chris's headphones for the little magnets and the mini speakers for that. So release that. Now the next time, when we had some questions about muscle testing, just normally when you start, if you decide you want to start into that, so normally I would say, is it in column A? It's in column B. And I'll say, now, is it in an odd row? Is it in an even row? It's in an even row. So is it in row 2? Is it in row 4? It's in row 6. So that put me in B6, right? And then I'll say, is it, so I have to ask the questions, but as you do it more and more, the information, you open your mind to the question and the answer comes right in there. We're B6, right, is where I am?
Yeah, B6.
B6, emotion number 4. B6 and 4.
Unworthy.
Unworthy. So do we need to know more about this? No. Your body's just ready to get rid of it. A lot of times if we was working with a physical ailment or something like that, it might take us back to, it might want to know you felt unworthy at 6 years old. And unworthy isn't necessarily about between a person and clergy, like we normally think. Unworthy is a lot of times about just not feeling good enough, not feeling like you measure up. But her body said, go ahead and release it. We didn't have to go into the details. Actually, right now, it wants to go and release something else about this feeling with the father's death. So go back to, click the little, there, that one. And it is an energy. Interesting to see where this is going to go. And it's actually a post-traumatic energy. I know exactly what this one is now. Click on physical trauma. So again, we talked about physical trauma when a person, even with a 5-mile-an-hour collision, an impact to the body, there's thousands of pounds of energy that actually flow through the body. But we're dealing with, again, energy, and with her, this is not actual physical trauma. In there in the middle, it says can also be from an emotional trauma or event of extreme or prolonged stress, such as illness or the death of a loved one. Okay, so have you ever heard somebody say, man, when that happened, I felt like I got hit by a Mack truck? Or when I heard this, I felt like I got stabbed in the back. The body feels that energy. It can feel an emotional energy. And so it feels like a blow to the body. And that gets stuck in the body. This one did not pass through. Do I need to do any more to release that? No, we don't. I was curious where that one went. I was like, oh boy.
I think it's when you were hanging over that cliff together.
That wasn't me, I was not, that was
Oh,
her.
that was
Okay, so,
And you
but no,
know
this
where
is the
it's
emotional
flipped.
thing.
There's a story behind that.
Because there was a good story.
Back to trapped emotions. So go to energies, and then emotional, and then just trapped emotion. And we'll do, how are we doing on time?
You're good, keep going.
Okay, you tell me when, it can take me about 20 minutes to do the last setup, even though it's a 6-minute process.
And then you got 4 minutes.
Okay, we got time to do 6 more emotions then.
They're probably there.
Oh, I'll guarantee you.
You're going to be so careful. You're
Yeah.
not going to.
Again, these are just energies. They're distortions, and they're low frequency. And when they store up in the body, it's hard for us to feel it. Yeah. Okay. By the way, are we still at a 10? Where are you at now? You're at a 2? Awesome. Awesome.
It was the second one that really did it.
Kris is a body language expert, and so she watches, she
No,
picks
I'm
up
an
on.
expert, but I
She's,
What was the?
I can't get nothing, I can't pull nothing over on her, I'll tell you that. I don't know if that's an expert or not, but I can't pull nothing on
magnet.
her.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
I
that's
see
what
tissues right over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I know, I'm like, oh no, there better not be crying. I can feel it.
You know what? If tears want to come up, I suggest you let them come. I'm going to tell you a little secret here. I don't know if we should tell the rest of these guys. If you take a tear, when you're processing something emotional, and it's a good thing, it's happy tears or healing tears, take that and put it on your tongue, and your body is creating in that moment the perfect homeopathic remedy for you to help process through this. Just a little bar. Don't hold your tongue out and drink all of them. Just taste a few. You don't need a high dosage.
Your 4 minutes are about up.
I think you better quit being silly.
So do this.
Column A, row 5, emotion number 2.
Dread.
Dread. Wow, okay, I can see that. I don't know the circumstances, but do we need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and do some. Let me do one more really, really fast, okay? So, is there another one that we can do? Another trapped emotion? This is the last one we'll do. Column B, row 2, emotion number 3.
Hopelessness.
Hopelessness. Do we need to know? No. Now get up and just take a few steps around, and then, again, to let it kind of settle into the body. See.
It feels lighter. I mean, it seems weird, but I've lived with this for a while.
Has it felt this light? Do you remember it feeling this light since this happened?
No.
Do another one.
Get it out of her. She's
The
like,
next-
I have to work with her.
The next process that we're going to do can probably, let's do one more. See? Okay, one more. Column B, row 4, motion number 1.
Depression.
Depression. That makes sense. Do we need to do anything else to release this energy? No, your body's ready to let go. Does this mean if she's in depression that it's all going to go away? Absolutely not. I hope so, but it's one component. It's like we have a great recipe. You know, if you bake a really, really exquisite recipe, there's a lot of ingredients to it. And when you have all this energy, there's a lot of negative ingredients that have created it. And so depression energy is just one ingredient that's created the whole process. However, it is possible that could cure the whole thing. Typically, when it gets to depression, you know, a clinical type depression, it's a multi-layered, multi-layered onion, or a lot of ingredients to it. But it's an energy. We take them out and we just deconstruct the recipe. Piece by piece. Okay. You are welcome. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do it. Okay,
Okay, I'm like, I know what to do.
cut this part. Okay, 'cause I said I wasn't going to do it. I won't make a liar out of myself. Or I'll have to cut the other part. I don't know. I'm going to check and just see where I sense that. Okay, a normal person, so I'm out here about 10, 11 inches. A normal person's aura, I'll feel that energy of their aura about 3 to 4 inches away from the body. Okay. But I was specifically, my intent was to feel where the energy of this heartache is that she's feeling.
Which
And
is significantly different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
very,
that's significantly different. So, no, it's not
it
all
was
gone.
a traumatic accident. It was horrific. It was awful. So Joanne knows, that my sister
Totally
knows.
unexpected then. I am so
Yeah,
sorry.
it was horrific. And then all the things that came after. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So do the next process with that same thing and you'll continue to help people.
Okay.
Well, unless, yeah. So right now, where would you rate that?
Just like how I feel.
Yeah, what you said was a 10 before that.
I mean, like, one, maybe 2, but not even, I just feel so light.
Good.
More so than I've ever felt for a long time.
Good.
What was interesting is when we did the whole, I'll come back up here.
Yes.
So,
So,
thank
there you go. You bet. Give her a... So I guess that works just as well. I mean, because a person could, we can't tell how much pain a person is feeling. It's any more than, physical pain or emotional pain. So that was actually a good example. Thank you for, Lark, for for allowing me to do that.